Hello, 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 beautiful strangers, and welcome to the first episode of what is likely to be 2 episodes, I'm going to guess, just a guess, of Digital Love Story, a visual novel that actually has a bit of meaning to me. It is the first visual novel that I ever finished, from start to finish. I mean, it's really short. It's only like an hour long, maybe a little bit more than that, depending on how you fuck around, or less than that, depending on how quickly you do or don't read. It is not the first visual novel I started, that being Fate Stay Night, but it is the first one I've completed. And it holds a very special place in my heart because it has an interesting look. I like the, as you can see, powered by Ami Workbench, copyright 1988. Yes, it is something that takes place in, the late 80s. Early 90s, I think. I don't remember the dates, actually. I shouldn't say that it's taking place in any specific time. But it's very interesting. I'm actually I'm just going to say a big fan, but I enjoy Christine Love's stuff in general. Digital Love Story, Analog A Hate Story. Please don't take it personally, baby. Just State Your Story, being the ones that I've read from start to finish and really enjoyed. I'd say my favorite is actually probably this one, although I think Analog is the best out of what I've read. I don't know how Hate Plus is. I haven't read it. I've started it, not read much of it, for a lot of reasons. It's just busy, sadly. But I will read it soon, and I will probably play it on this channel along with Don't Take It Personally, Baby, Just Ain't Your Story. I have not read Lady Killer in a Bind. But I've heard decent things about it, at least decent things. If you're a fan of her other stuff, you'd probably enjoy it more, so I'd probably enjoy it more. And I should apologize in advance, just in case. I have a really high sensitivity on my mouse. I keep it at, when I'm normally browsing stuff, I think it's at 1600, something like that. No, I think it's actually 2600. I don't remember. It's high compared to what people normally record at, and this game is one that does not like high visual novels. But enough stalling by me. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm very excited about this. What's my screen name? Well, of course, my screen name is USTUS. I am Augustus. Yes, hi. What's your real name? Don't worry, this information won't be shared with anyone else, so be honest. First name? It's kind of a bit of a shock, I guess. I guess I'll have to reveal, I have to be honest, I guess. My first name is Gaius. Now, what's your last name? Octavius, yes. There you go. Fun little history reference for you. Continued namesake. I really like this visual novel. I do. I like this whole thing. Settings, you can turn the scan lines on and off. I'm going to keep it on. You can actually change your names. This little square in the corners, how you close things. Ami Workbench version 1.3, 42K free. Love it. You can pause the music if you're a horrible person. I don't know why you would, but I'll keep that there in case anybody wants to see the track. And I do not know for sure if it's pronounced Ami. It is, whenever I first read it in I don't even want to think about when I first played this, I don't even remember. I pronounced it as Ami. It might be Amie or Amai or something like that. Or Amy. I'm going to pronounce it Ami. So, welcome to your new Ami system. New open. Message from system. Congratulations, you've got your brand new Ami Workbench up and running. Here are a few things you might need to know to get started. To close the window, click the square icon in the top right. Downloaded applications appear on your desktop. Click their icons to open them. To save your system state or to load a previous one, just click the disk icon at the top of the screen. To adjust the volume, display mode, change personal information, or shut down your computer, click the pinwheel icon at the top of your screen. We hope you enjoy your new computer, Ami Microsystems 1988. Yeah, I think it actually might be Amy, but I don't know. Ami sounds nice. Using your new modem. Mr. Wong, huh? Interesting. Hey, Gaius, so you have your computer set up. I thought for Mr. Octavius's kid I'd throw in a little something extra. There's a dialer for your modem attached to the message. If you plug it into the phone line, you can use it to dial BBSs. Just make sure not to run up your dad's phone bill, okay? With long-distance calls, okay? Here's a local BBS I recommend looking at. 698559. Enjoy! George Wong. Wong. Computers. Wonder if, I just realized that might be this whole thing might be a Futurama reference with, it might be, if it's called Amy and, Wong, future. I'm a big Futurama fan. I've been rewatching it lately as well. Also, we'll download the attachment, for the time being, because we don't have a notepad, and I'm not going to remember things. I'm going to write down that phone number, because I will not remember it. 698-5519. Got it. Good. Remember the classic days when you wrote stuff down in games? Well, I'm doing that, and I have a little handheld whiteboard that I tend to use mostly for RPGs, but I also use it for games here and there. And enter the number you wish to dial. Oh, look at that. Trusty whiteboard. 698-5519. And I will not remember those numbers. I probably won't remember those numbers. And if you haven't sort of guessed it now, this entire thing is, God, listen to those noises. The memories. Let's see. Sysop J Rook, 24 hours a day. Number 2 lines. Logo by Devizero. I think that's the actual art credit, by the way. The art in this is really nice. I love pixel art, so I'm biased. Hosted by Superfan, no doors, no BS, just your best connection in all of Lake City. Well, let's log in, I guess. Please enter your account. It's also, if I take a minute to type, I'm moving around the microphone, and I'm not used to that yet. Type new for a new account. Please enter what you'd like your password to be. Fuck. Let's just call it Caesar. Ave, true to Caesar. Let's see. Messages. Let's see, do we want to do top down or bottom up? I usually go from things bottom up. But that's just, well, I think in this, because I'm not old enough to have been able to play around at BBSs, sadly. But anyway. I think you're supposed to go from top down. The BBS FAQ. From Orfeo, who knows? What is a BBS? Why, that's an awfully dumb question. In case you couldn't tell, you're on one right now. A BBS is short for Bulletin Board System, where people come together online to post messages, share software, download text files, hold debates, and more. Let's just reply to that. First poem by Amelia. You wrote me a love letter, promising that every word is true, but I'm confused by the signature. So remind me, who are you? Is it any good? It's the first time I've ever written a poem before, so be brutally honest, please. I'd really like to understand poetry better. Computer Viruses by Blue Sky. The first computer virus appeared on ARPANET back in the 70s, called the Creeper. It traveled across every open system on the network it could connect to, spawned a copy of itself, and dumped the phrase, "I'm the Creeper, catch me if you can," to the screen. Eventually a program called the Reaper was developed to clear the infection. It worked in the exact same way, spreading like a virus across every available system on the network, self-replicated, deleted the Creeper wherever it could be found. Interesting. And, new private messages. Well, let's just open messages. Oh, Lake City local registration system new. Thanks for registering on Lake City local Augustus. Your password is Caesar. We'll just reply to everything because we're new to this whole computer thing and you gotta tell everybody thank you. Computer viruses. Blue Sky. No, not at all. ARPANET's basically a big government computer network, also called the Internet. Well, it used to be military anyway, and it was back in the 70s. Now the military has a separate network, Milnet, and the ARPANET Internet is just government researchers and college computers. Right now, it's just a couple hundred nodes with maybe a few thousand people accessing it in total, but it's growing way faster than most give it credit for, especially now it's open to commerce. By 1998, there will probably be thousands of computers on it. It's pretty neat stuff, really. First poem, Amelia. I do suppose you're right. Thanks, I appreciate your directness. I'll have to keep that in mind for my next attempt. To tell the truth, I'm really glad you replied. Nobody else really had anything worthwhile to say, just some compliments that were obviously false, and asking if I was really a girl. Why would anyone ask a question like that? But you seem nice, Augustus, and much better than that. Thank you. Well, isn't that nice? Oh, more stuff. Computer virus 2, Blue Sky. Viruses didn't really hit the big time until they left the networks, and in 1981, a virus infecting floppy disks was released into the wild, slowly letting itself be passed around disk by disk. Now, anyone with an Apple II could be a target, but it wasn't until last year, in late 1998, that a virus that actually destroyed data was discovered on a closed network. Is it only a matter of time before destructive viruses spread to the general public? Only time can tell. But this scary prospect is all too possible. Lack of downloads. Figaro. Message from Figaro. Well, Lake City Local isn't really about the wares or hacking or any other illegal stuff, you know. The sysop here doesn't really do anything doesn't really want to get himself arrested or anything. You could always check out the Matrix at 220-7683. That's where I always go, anyway. Let's just, until we have a way to store it in-game, let's just jot that down, shall we? 220-7683. My handwriting is also absolutely horrible. However, it's, even worse than I'm writing on a whiteboard and a dry erase marker. The BBS FAQ 2 by Orfeo. How many people are on at BBS? Well, that varies depending on which you're on. It can be anywhere from dozens to over 100 users. Some will only allow one person to dial in at a single time. Others have as many as 10 phone lines, letting many people stay online at once. Some are even further connected to bigger networks like FidoNet, or the Internet, connecting thousands of BBSs together, all across the entire world. New private messages. Self-confidence, huh? Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I really do feel the same way all the time, you know. A lot of hackers have this very strong sense of self-identity, and I'm very envious of all that. They're certain of things, and I've learned very quickly not to be certain of anything, but I wish I could be. Does that make any sense to you? Interesting. From Tiberius. Oh, that's appropriate. That's the successor to Octavius, if you're unaware of historical stuff. And that's probably about the extent of my knowledge about my namesake. Well, not the extent of, but the Roman succession. The next generation. What is up with this load of crap? I don't even know where to begin. This bald guy is just terrible, plain and simple. Come on, all I'm saying is a real captain would have just sit there with omnipotent guy and just hit the omnipotent guy the moment he stepped foot on his bridge instead of trying to talk it out. This is the military, for crying out loud. Maybe it could be good if we only got rid of that dumb kid on the bridge and learned to start solving problems by punching them in the face, then in the gut, and hitting them over the back of the head with both hands. Yeah, that's I don't like Star Trek, and that's about Star Trek, I think. Cryptic. Amelia. Cryptic? I suppose so. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm in a very awkward position. It's sort of hard to talk about. You'll have to forgive me for dancing around my problems. But it's very, very complicated. I'm sorry. Can you live with that? BBS FAQ 3 by Orfeo. How does it all actually work? Well, BBS itself is a computer run by the almighty sysop. It's connected to one or more phone lines waiting on calls. Then, when a user dials in, they log into the BBS software and leave messages, either to send to the public echo or sent privately. Of course, private is actually a misnomer. The sysop is able to read any messages. Some do, some don't. So be careful of what you say. Let's just reply to that. It's not like it's going to hurt anything, right? Your private message is downloaded. Cryptic client from Amelia. Oh, Augustus, thank you so much. I knew you'd understand. You're a really good person. I just want you to know that. Oh, how sweet. Fucking this guy. Whatever, man, you're stupid. Fucking. Some things change, some things stays the same. Let's go home. No new messages. Nope. So let's dial out of that. You are now disconnected. Oh, well, we have another number to dial. What was it again? 220-7683. Okay, you can stop with that. You can click past that. I do like the I do like dial-up noises. Just hits me right in the nostalgia, you know. Welcome to The Matrix. 24 hours a day, sysop, The Fin. No subscription, no download cap, codes, files, and maybe a little something else, because information wants to be free. We are going to be bad, and we're going to use the same password for everything, so I don't have to fucking remember them. Yeah, Caesar, Ave, true to Caesar. PC load letter, oh god. So, of course, you're up late at the office, working on that important TPS report that will be done for the meeting tomorrow morning. It's hours after closing now, and you finally finish. So triumphantly, you send it to your brand shiny new LaserJet printer, only to be greeted with the following piece of inexplicability. PC load letter. Well, now you don't have to spend hours figuring out what the fuck's going on. PC is short for print cartridge, specifically referring to the letter size. In other words, put in more paper. VRAM overflow, or Rocky. VRAM overflow? What the fuck does that even mean? The lament of your average Ami user. The problem lies in Ami's memory management. Thanks to a bug that shipped in all pre-August 1988 versions of Workbench, any malicious or even poorly programmed application can make your Ami's frame buffer perpetually load itself with garbage data, rendering your computer nigh unusable. The only real solution is to upgrade, unfortunately. Stdlib.h error. Figaro. Every time I try to build something with stdlib.h, no matter what I do, even the simplest programming, always throws the error incompatible types and assignment at line 322. What the hell is going on here? Is Ami C just plain old shit broken or what? Ni hao, bitches, by Rain Breeze. This fucking guy. Let's face you better learn a fucking second language and it better be Japanese. America's lost it. Our day in the limelight is past. I had a Japanese car. Oh wait, you already did. Get a Sony television and hold on to your Ami tight, because the next one you buy is going to be made by NEC. It's inevitable. The future belongs to the land of the rising sun, porn, cartoons, bullet trains, samurai, and all that shit. It's the future, man. I hope you're going to be able to speak the language. So, friend, ni hao is Chinese, but whatever. Notepad, Ami, Ward. Message from Ward. It's not a WordPress processor. It doesn't save in different files. This notepad is meant for a real online power user and uses tabs to keep track of everything you need: phone numbers, codes, and your passwords. Download attachment notepad.exe. Yes, we did. Thanks, dude. New private messages downloaded. Can we open our notepad? There we go. Codes, passwords. Oh, I guess let's just start at the bottom. The Matrix registration. Welcome to the Matrix, home of codes, files, and more, because information wants to be free. Your username is Augustus, and your password is Kaisar. Cool. Notepad Ami from Ward. Sorry, man, I don't know. I found it posted anonymously. Okay. Ni hao, bitches. Yeah, of course I knew that. What kind of idiot do you take me for, man? Get with it. Dick. Help VRAM overflow from Rocky. It sucks, doesn't it? Don't worry, I've attached the most recent version of Ami Workbench for you. Just download that and reboot. It'll fix the bug for you entirely. Sweet. And it's literal, by the way. Just gotta that. You are now disconnected. Sweet. Yep. We are version 1.3. We gotta save. Music stopped playing. The music stopped playing. Oh, because yeah. And then we go to settings. We gotta shut down the workbench. Yep. We gotta shut it all down. And then reload. And if you look at that, version 1.4.1, and our music started playing. Don't stop playing music. Oops. We gotta open our notepad and, well, here we go. 6905519. I can't fucking hit enter. That's oh, I can't hit numpad enter, but I can hit regular fucking enter. Unable to connect. What? I mean, did I type that wrong? 6985519. Dial. Enter. There we are. Yeah, I typed it wrong because I'm dumb. Oh, we gotta enter our password. Okay. We can do that. New private messages. Okay. Oops. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. Tell me. From Amelia. I've been talking too much, I know. I'm sorry. Make me feel better about being so self-centered by telling me about yourself, okay? How are you doing? Oh, nice. New private messages downloaded. Okay. Tell me. No, I didn't know at all. I try not to make assumptions about you anymore. Or about anyone. It's silly, don't you think? Anyway, I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sure you'll figure out what to do with your life next soon. And I know what it's like to be lonely. Believe me. Well, that's an interesting conversation. Yep, and this is sort of part of the game, just kind of, at least for me, I like to flip back and forth to make sure I get all of the messages. Truthfully, oh, what was the name of this? Tell me. Right. Truthfully, I don't know if I can commit to anything right now. I think you'd be liable to get your heart broken. But still, I do like you. I don't know how these sorts of things usually work. I'd like to think of you as a friend, though. And if something more happens, then it happens. Is that okay? Guess we're hopefully not gonna respond like some dumb neckbeard. Tell me. I appreciate it just as much. Believe me. Tell you the truth, over the last couple days, talking with you has been more than I've talked to anyone else in as long as I can remember. I suppose that's a little bit sad. Why did my music stop? Hold on. You are now disconnected. Yeah. Don't stop playing my music. Out of curiosity, if I... No. You have no idea why it stopped. That's weird. I like having music. Oh, don't play, please. Strange. The music's not playing. That bothers me. I like background music. And I like the music in this visual novel. It's very, very nice. And let's just log in one more time. It's in the messages. Nothing? No. Okay. Right. It is slightly annoying that you have to open the notepad before you open the dialer. Can you actually change when it's on the screen? No, you can't. You can't interact with anything. That is interesting. I hate that you can't hit numpad enter. Seems like more of an oversight than anything else, to be perfectly honest. Any interesting messages posted? Ni hao bitches from Poseidon. You do realize that ni hao is Chinese, right? What sort of idiot are you anyway? This is the sort of thing a 12-year-old would write. Not your ordinary 12-year-old specifically. One who doesn't know the first thing about electronics, international politics, language, history, or basic goddamn sense. Bravo, Rain Breeze. Bravo. You tell him, Poseidon. Ni hao bitches from Sean Smith. Okay, I've read this post 5 times over, and I can't decide whether or not this is the dumbest thing I've ever read, or some sort of brilliant satire. So, all I'm going to say to this is that it definitely made me laugh my ass off. Super Roberto Bros. DOS number 42. It's kind of like that familiar Nintendo game, except a lot more hardcore and definitely way sicker. Just wait until you get to World 3. You'll see what I mean. Without a doubt, this is my favorite DOS game ever. I can't download the DOS game. Mean. New codes from Rob Fugitive. Disclaimer, this shit is 100% illegal. If you get busted for being stupid enough to use this on the Sprint line, it ain't my fault. And now, on with the codes. 361-917-458-73235-143. Happy dialing. Well done. Private messages? Codes? Man, don't you know anything about anything? Let me educate you. Codes are long-distance calling cards. See the way the big cats at Sprint set up their system? All you have to do is guess a valid number and BAM! Your call is free. They eventually catch on to hundreds of people using the same codes and shut them down. And they can bust people doing it who use Sprint for phone service. But for everyone else, it's just a long-distance calling card for the price those greedy bastards should be charging anyway. Try it out. The local calling card number is 915-3347. And you can try using it to connect to a long-distance BBS, like Gibson BBS, at 714-402-5691. Cool, thanks, sweet dude. That's pretty fucking swell of you, my guy. New codes from Rob Fugitive. Hey, no problem. Just doing my part to help the community. Everyone was a newbie once, you know. I actually like that little bit of characterization. Like, I like that sort of thing in general. I try to do that myself. So let's disconnect. And, well, I guess we'll just dial into the Gibson. Well, first we gotta dial the long distance calling card 915-3347. Aren't you glad I never had to deal with this? Now dialing. Please enter the calling card access number. Okay, 235143. The access number you have been given has been rescinded. Please contact Sprint Billing if you believe this has been an error. Some bitch. 53347. Also, I noticed something. Numpad enter works on this one, 45873. Numpad enter, and it works. 714-402-5691. Dial. But not on that one. Now dialing. Yeah. Gibson BBS, Sysop Wintermoot. Invitation only. Cyberpunk lives here. It's always swordfish. If I could actually type, it's always swordfish. Fuck. They lied to me, guys. They lied to me. Okay, well, we're pretty close to done with this episode. Actually, I think our failure at getting into the Gibson is where I'm going to end off this episode. So, next time, will we find access to the Gibson? And who is this interesting little Emilia that has been messaging us? Well, find out the answer to that and more next time on Digital: A Love Story. I hope to see you all there.